And it looks like we're live. Zoom is saying we're live, and just waiting for YouTube to catch up, making sure that's working. That looks good. Amazing. So welcome everyone for our fourth, I think we're up to four, Global Light Grid Activation here. I'm coming in from the Southern Hemisphere. Nicola Robinson of Soul Alignment Sanctuary. And this is a baby that I've birthed that just dropped in one day to bring forward this global light grid activation and invite beautiful souls that I know who are, yeah, bring beautiful light to the world, who can then facilitate in their own way whatever activating the global light grid means to them, whatever that speaks to them, whether it is guiding a journey, doing a workshop, it could be speaking about different modalities. So today I am very excited to have my beautiful friend Kareena Heart with me. And yeah, Kareena and I have known each other for 2.5 years, I think now. I'll spotlight Kareena. I'll add you. Go. And so, so beautiful to welcome Kareena here. Kareena just has a beautiful, radiant energy about her. I love all of the practices that you bring forward with the sacred embodiment of the feminine, of really grounding that presence into our being, regulating our nervous system with the sacred shaking that you bring through. That was the first thing that really stood out when we connected, was this shaking. I'm like, what's this shaking? What are we shaking our bodies? What's that doing? And it was just like really revolutionary for me, because when we connected, I was in the midst of a nervous breakdown. And so that really was a huge anchor point for me to shift through having a nervous breakdown really quickly. And so I really value and think that there's so much power, of course, in the work that you do and the sacred shaking that you bring through. You have your beautiful SaSS program, your sacred and soulful self. So about assisting and walking with women to embody their sacred soulful self. And I've just been really honored to be present on the first one that you ran, and to experience that for myself. And so I'm just really excited to see what you bring through with the global light grid activation today. And just really quickly, I'll just anchor the pillars of the global light grid activation. And of course, however they flow through and weave in is they're just there as pillars that are holding. And so in the center, we have our heart coherence, of course, just holding the whole space, this beautiful heart coherence as the central pillar of the global light grid activation. Focused illumination, anchoring the new earth energies and really bringing those down to bridge the gap, bridging that gap, feeling this light worker energy coming through, anchoring the light, and just bridging that gap with people that may not have heard or understand or knew or know, the work that's happening here. So we're really wanting to just, yeah, expand this light. And it's really part of that is just shattering these current global paradigms and dissolving them, and just feeling this new earth rising, being able to rise up. And so, of course, Kareena jumped into my mind thinking about all those things and wanting you to host, be present on one of these and bring your offerings. So, yeah, I'd love to, welcome you.
Thank you so much, Nicola. It's an honor and a joy to be here, and welcome everyone that is viewing or listening or receiving right now, or whenever you receive this. That's the beauty of working with grids and light, is that no matter when you receive this, it is perfect for that moment in time to continue to anchor in the this beautiful light and the new earth, as we call it. And so I really want to offer, I love all those pillars, and I feel like one supports the other. And with my work, I'm very much connected to the heart coherence pillar, which flows into even the focus illumination pillar, which is so beautiful. So what I would love for us to experience is heart coherence through a guiding meditation activation that I'll offer now. And afterwards, if there's space to share, just to share what that meant for you. And this is how we bring awareness to what it truly means. We hear the word a lot, and what does it truly mean for you as an individual, and then for you as an individual as part of this collective light, collective consciousness that we are creating for this beautiful earth that holds us.
Yeah. Beautiful, wonderful. Yeah, that sounds spectacular. And yeah, it's really the floor is yours now to really bring that through and allow, as much of this hour as possible is yours to hold. So yeah, just handing over to you, my beautiful friend.
Beautiful. Thank you, my beautiful friend. So, to prepare us to go into this meditation and activation, I want to explain a few words. So, we're working with the pillar for this light grid activation. We're working with the pillar of heart coherence. And your heart is an organ that has an electromagnetic field. So, essentially, we're working with our electric field when we're talking about heart coherence. And what we really are desiring is to get this largest field of the body when it comes to organs. The heart holds the largest electromagnetic field, and therefore it has a bigger pulse and signal. It's like 5,000 times bigger and stronger than the signal from the brain. But what's magnificent is when the heart and the brain are in coherence, when the waves are synchronized and the brain and the heart are working together. And scientifically, that's when the brain waves and the heart waves are having the same conversation, they're synchronized. And how that happens is through a system, a filter system that your brain has, and it's called your RAS, your reticular activating system. Now, I'm sharing this because we're going to visualize this, and this lens is at the beginning of the brain stem, or the top of the brain stem, where there's a whole lot of neurons, a network of neurons. So neurologically, we're going to have this coherence where the fields will sync. So the brain waves and the heart waves. And so when I speak of the RAS, and if you want to visualize it, just visualize your top of your brain stem, back of the skull, maybe if in line with the eyes, but at the back of your head. So if you want to just feel that for yourself, yeah, you can trace a line. So just visualizing at the top of the neck, where the neck meets the skull, there is a stem that your brain has, and that's where we're going to be visualizing the RAS. So yeah, that's just a little bit about heart-brain coherence. I made a few notes. Let me just see if there's anything else I want to share before we go in. So yeah, the other important thing is that why it's important to create your life from heart coherence. Because when you're creating from the heart and the harmony that it creates with the brain and the rest of the body, the nervous system, then you are co-creating from a base of qualities such as peace, harmony, clarity, purity, gratitude, real true happiness or joy. Those are qualities that we would really love as the base of our creation. When we're not in that harmonic flow of heart-brain coherence and nervous system regulation, then we're creating from a space that is incoherent. And then qualities like fear, doubt, comparison, rejection, those are then become the prominent qualities that is your baseline. And the difference between creating with incoherence versus coherence is that incoherence is not sustainable, and therefore somewhere along the way you're going to run into some kind of problems. Coherence is sustainable because it's in tune with the natural rhythm of nature and the laws of nature and the seasons and how flowers bloom and what makes the sun rise, and so when we're in coherence, we're in flow with that kind of harmony. And it's not making incoherence wrong, it's just saying that somewhere along the line, like it can feel like an illusion that you've created because somehow you've been drawn away from your truth. So I wanted to bring that forward as an idea that co-creating with these incoherent frequencies is like creating an illusion of what your life could really look like. So we're going to go in today and we're going to work with coherence, and we're going to see how that connects with the earth and what you have been creating with and how you have been creating. And again, this is just for our awareness and what we can also offer to each other with this interconnectedness of truly knowing who we are. So with that, I would love for us to close down our eyes, if that feels good for you. And just closing down your eyes, feeling into your physical body and getting a little bit more comfortable, potentially lengthening your spine, but softening your shoulders, relaxing your hands. And if you are sitting on a chair or a space where your feet can be earthed, the soles of the feet pressing into the earth, you can go ahead and do that. Maybe a cross-legged position suits you better. And just wanting your physical body to be in a space where you can become aware of it and start to scan your body from head to toe and notice how you truly have arrived. Notice your physical vessel, the areas that are soft, that are feeling good, the areas where there's a bit of tension, where you feel like you're holding. Notice the difference between those areas throughout your body. Without any judgment, without trying to change anything, but just truly observing how you feel now in this moment. I invite you to now focus on your breath and just notice where you are breathing from. Maybe you're breathing from your lower belly. Maybe it's the space between your ribs, or maybe it's the chest. So just inviting you to deepen your breath now, moving from the shallows of you into the depths of the breath. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose, long exhale. Making your exhale longer than your inhale now, as you breathe here, in through the nose and out through the nose. And taking one more deep breath just like that, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Long exhale breath. Place your awareness now behind your eyes and start to visualize a upward pointing triangle. We'll call this a prism. And in this upward facing triangle, this prism, it represents your RAS, your reticular activating system. And this RAS is your lens, your filter. And notice now what colors or what textures or how you perceive your RAS to currently be. And just observe your RAS. I'd like you to take your RAS and place it at the brainstem, that space that we discovered earlier, which is at the back of your skull, where the neck meets the skull, and it's the back of the head opposite the eyes. Place your upward pointing triangle or your prism there, exactly how you perceived it or saw it. And now move your awareness to the center of your brain, where your pineal gland resides. And from your pineal gland, trace a figure of 8 down to your heart space. So this infinity loop touches your pineal gland in the center of your brain, and it touches your heart space in the center of your chest. And we're going to visualize, trace, and perceive our breath moving around this figure of 8. Starting at the top, at the pineal gland. Take an inhale breath through your nose. Trace half the figure of 8 down towards the center of your chest. As you exhale now, complete the other half of the figure of 8 from the center of the chest up to the center of the brain. And you'll continue to move around your figure of 8, your infinity loop, tracing half with the inhale breath and tracing the other half with the exhale breath. Inhaling center of brain down to center of heart, tracing half the infinity loop. Exhale, center of heart, tracing up to center of brain, completing the infinity loop. Stay here for a few rounds of breath, connecting the pineal gland, this superconductor of rhythmic energy in the body, with the heart space, the electromagnetic heart field, which is the center of our heart coherence. Keep tracing this infinity loop with your breath, with your awareness of connecting the center of the brain with the center of your heart. Notice the fluidity of your breath as you move around your figure of 8. Notice the perpetual motion. The breath is always moving. Your awareness moving around the infinity loop. Maybe there's a smoothness to this movement. As we trace 3 more rounds of breath here, connecting pineal gland to heart field. Moving the awareness now down to the heart, staying in the heart as you take your last round of breath and land in the center of your chest. Here you will visualize, perceive an infinity loop lying flat. So a number 8 that is lying on the ground. Visualize that in your heart space and continue to breathe and visualize, trace, or perceive this infinity loop in your heart. If it helps you to take a hand and literally trace this infinity loop on your chest space, you're welcome to do that, or continue to just use the awareness to travel around the figure of 8 that is now lying in your heart space. Inhale half of the infinity loop and exhale the other half. Stay here in your heart with this infinity loop for 3 more rounds of breath. Connecting to the electromagnetic field of the heart space, the pulsation, the vibration, the transmitting energy that your heart offers. Just gently connecting here through the breath and with awareness of this infinity loop. One more round of breath here. And as you exhale, take that breath all the way down into your sacrum. We will now connect this space behind the navel and in front of the sacrum, that bony triangular wedge at the base of your spine, where there's a network of nerve endings. And we will take that figure of 8 and connect it to the sacrum and the heart. So now you can imagine that it's an upright 8, an infinity loop, connecting the center of the heart to the center of the sacrum plexus of nerve endings that reside in your sacral area, that space between the hips, behind the navel, and in front of your sacrum at the base of your spine. Continue breathing. One half of the infinity loop is your inhale breath, and the other half is your exhale, as you now connect the heart space to the sacrum. The sacrum, the space of creation, connecting to the heart field, the space of coherence. Allow that motion to flow with your awareness and your breath as you connect these two powerful centers. Following the fluid perpetual motion around your infinity loop for 3 more rounds of breath. Three more rounds of connection. As you take this last round of tracing your infinity loop, connecting your heart to your sacrum, Your next exhale breath, breathe down into the base of your pelvis, the space behind your pubic bone. Let your awareness rest there. Let your breath rest there. Taking a pause here in the base, the root, the bottom of the pelvis. And as you rest there, you're going to visualize your aura, your energy around you, drawing in 3 feet around your body. And tracing that egg shape around your body. This is your boundary. As you trace the egg shape of your aura that you've now drawn in around your body, make sure that the boundary of the egg is fully intact. There are no fuzzy lines, no broken lines. Fully intact boundary, egg shape around you now. This is the boundary of your aura. Around the egg shape, place the color gold, the color of purity and prosperity, golden light around your egg shape now. And around the gold is a color called true blue. And this is a color that is your true essence, your soul blueprint color. And the color of what it means to be in your wholeness and the truth of who you are, your I am certainty, surrounding the gold around your egg shape with this true blue color. And let it expand just as much as feels good for you. Expand that true blue color out as much as feels good for you. And around the true blue, a color of violet. This is the color of protection, creating a band around your egg shape. Violet ray or violet color of protection. And now take your awareness back to your base, your root. And from this place, you're going to trace a figure of 8 from your base, your root, all the way through your Earth star center, which is just below the Earth's surface, and into the core of our Earth Mother. And as you connect this figure of 8 from your base to her heart, the center of the figure of 8 moves through the core or the center of your Earth star. And now know that as we connect to our Earth Mother, that we're connecting to her 5th dimensional consciousness, meaning her consciousness that is here for unity, to unite humanity. Her consciousness where she would love us to feel, sense, perceive, and know what it feels like to truly love, to truly feel the truth of who we are and what it means to be in abundance. And so connecting to 5D consciousness, the heart of unity, this golden light. So our Mother Earth is now igniting her golden grids. So perhaps you can sense, perceive, or visualize what it feels like when our Earth Mother in her 5D consciousness ignites her golden grids. The golden prosperity, the golden light of pure consciousness. Now allow your golden light of pure consciousness streaming from the golden grids, come through the heart of our Earth Mother, of Gaia, and let that move along your figure of 8, all the way around, through your Earth star, through your base, your root. Golden consciousness, stream of light connecting from our Earth Mother's heart through your Earth Star to the base, your root, your whole infinity loop becoming this color gold. And now, as your infinity loop is ignited in this golden stream of consciousness, this golden light, from the base of your root, where this golden light is connecting to your body, start to feel the golden streams of light entering each cell of your body, every particle, every cell, every system, every organ, every stream of flow through your waters, your plasma, your tissues, your bloodstream, every single cell, right down to the subatomic particles, receiving this golden stream of consciousness now, filling up your body with light, golden light of Gaia. And as you are receiving this light, your RAS, your reticular activating system, that upward pointing triangle at your brainstem, the back of your skull, is now lighting up in this golden light. Your whole body glowing, your whole aura glowing. All your infinity loops, your figure of eights are now glowing in this golden light. And now, as you feel the connection or perceive the connection of your infinity loop connecting you from your base to the heart of Gaia, begin to visualize now that that version of 5D Gaia starts to expand and overlay your whole body, your whole aura, your whole egg shape. So you are merging with Gaia. You are merging in fifth dimensional golden light consciousness. And in this beautiful merging is now an opportunity for you to ask Gaia how you may be of service to her as a child of her earth, as a being that is here, as interconnected humans. We are both human and divine. And every thought that we have, every intention that we have matters. So right now, in your communion and communication with Gaia, what is the one thing that she is showing you or communicating with you or whispering to you that you are now asking her of how you can be of service? And notice this interaction, this communication. There may be a word, there may be a visualization, and it may be as small as changing one thought. It may be a humanitarian act. Whatever is coming through for you, no matter how small or how big, you are important, and it is necessary for you to play your part, however big or small. So honor what is coming through now and receive that communication from the golden heart of Gaia into your golden field, your golden stream of consciousness. And now as we continue to connect to the golden light, the fifth dimensional Gaia, the earth, is lighting up now. And she is showing you specifically points on the global scale where you can place your energy and be of a support as a light worker to activate or open up portals of light with your specific soul signature frequency. You have the keys to open these portals or to activate areas on the globe because of your specific frequency. And she is showing you now these beautiful portals. They're lighting up. They're showing you where your specific frequency is now needed. And all that you can do now is emanate your light to those portals. Or perhaps you are shown that you have the keys to these portals. Whatever your frequency is being guided into, take that step now. And even if you activate one portal or touch one area on the globe that is opening up this light, continuing to activate 5D consciousness across the globe, supporting humanity to rise in this awareness of golden stream consciousness that is here for the greater good of all and in alignment with the divine plan. We are so supported now by the highest light frequencies and the beings of light that carry this highest light frequency. They're coming in now. And Mother's golden aquifers, her streams, her waters that are flowing beneath the soils are lighting up in gold and flowing now towards these portals that you are activating, these points on the earth that you are activating just by emanating your frequency. Tamaniatata shukanayatata maniata huataniatata hutunmaniatata huataniatata hupediatata shukanayatata huayananinia hutamanianana. Shahmaniatata hu tamaniatata hu tamaniatata sa. And what is happening now is that as you are selflessly offering your light, your whole nervous system is being recalibrated now. You are being offered this recalibration, and with your permission, with all this golden light and with this beautiful flow of frequency from our beings that are supporting us from the highest realms, the highest light frequency beings. Because of your divine service, your nervous system is being offered a recalibration now. The highest flowing frequency of light streaming in. It's like a very gold, light, white golden light streaming in now. If you desire to receive this and recalibrate and upgrade your nervous system to be able to self-regulate to this highest frequency lights and this golden frequency of Gaia, with all the light that is now being activated and opened up through the portals and touch points on the earth, your nervous system is being recalibrated to hold all of this light. Receiving now Beautiful. Light frequency infusion, your nervous system being upgraded. This may feel like light tingling. Your temperature may have dropped. You may feel a little colder. You may also be feeling really hot. There may also be some pressure around your body or around your head. All of this is you receiving. The more you soften and breathe and just open up your soul signature frequency to receive this light, the more will be available for you now. And if it helps you with more ease and grace, you can trace the infinity loop between your base and the heart of Gaia. And this may bring more ease and grace and flow. If you feel like there's too much pressure within your field now, keep tracing that perpetual motion. Keep receiving. And the earth is now glowing in this beautiful light. And we're sending the light to those beings who could use this light now in their field. It is with their permission. Our souls are communicating with their souls. And your energy may have been taken to areas of the earth where there's a lot of density, maybe poverty, maybe darkness. And this light is supporting each soul to raise their awareness, expand their consciousness, so that more information is available to them, so that they get to make decisions and choices as sovereign beings from a more light-filled place. Just sending that light to those beings now on this earth that are ready to receive this activation of light streaming through you with the support of the higher light frequency beings now and the golden grids of Gaia. Sha 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 sha. Hutamaniya tata shukana saniya. Hutamaya nananiya tata. I'm being shown that our light mission is now 99% complete. 1 more percent to go. Our light activate mission is now 100% complete. Starting to now connect to the core of Gaia, her golden core. Witness her glowing, her portals open, her aquifers glowing, golden light emanating from within her heart around the whole earth, her grids glowing. And now breathing her grounded energy from her heart space, her earthing energy as you connect to her soils that are rich and pure and earthy. and breathe that rich, earthy, grounding energy up through your figure of 8 and into your root, the space behind your pubic bone. And send your gratitude through this figure of 8 into the heart of Gaia. Thank her for all that she holds for us, for all that she has shown you and shown us. And she thanks you for your service today, showing up in light, so that you may create from the space of being your truth. And she is saying that that is the greatest gift of all for her, is when you know who you are, when you remember why you came here. And she thanks you infinitely for your divine service today. And now breathing that grounding energy up into your heart space. Trace the infinity loop from your heart to your sacrum. Grounding energy. Land in your heart space and connect to that grounding energy, tracing the infinity loop, the figure of 8 that is lying in your heart. Tracing that now with this grounding energy. And as you take your awareness now to the infinity loop that connects your heart and your pineal gland, tracing that infinity loop with that grounding Gaia, earthing energy now. And now placing your awareness on the upward pointing triangle, your ras, and bring it forward to the space just behind your eyes. And notice what color it is now. And I'm going to create a mantra so that your ras can recalibrate to your new light body and your nervous system. So I want you to ask yourself this question: what do I want to attune my inner filter to notice more of? And it may be kindness, it may be aligned opportunities, it may be noticing more support, more love, more abundance, more beauty. What is the one thing that you want to attune your inner filter system to notice more of? And once you have that answer, you're going to refine it into a positive present statement. So, for example, if I want my ras to notice more beauty, I'm going to say, I am attuned to the beauty and support flowing toward me. Or maybe it's aligned opportunities. My inner filter is now aligned with opportunities that are aligned with love and expansion. So whatever yours is, Go ahead and create your statement now in a positive present tense. Repeat it silently or out aloud 3 times to refine and create your new filter system. And now you're going to place your prism, your triangle, back towards the back of your head, the top of the brain stem. Your new filter system is in place. And as the filter system calibrates with your new regulated nervous system, recalibrated, I want you to check the boundaries of your egg shape, trace the boundaries of your egg shape, and say silently to yourself or out aloud, I trust the intelligence of my body, and I now see through the eyes of my heart. It is now time to place awareness on your spine that resides in your physical body. And just where you are seated, I want you to start to take a few movements through your spine. So send your heart forward and then round your spine, flow through your spine, undulating through your spine, gentle movement. So you could rock your pelvis, send your heart forward, and then curl your pelvis, roll through each vertebrae as you come up through the length of your spine, undulating as if your spine was seaweed rippling in the ocean. Slow, gentle movements from the base of your spine to the top of your spine, rocking, undulating, swaying, whatever your spine is gently moving you into now. Just allow all that recalibration, that light, everything that you received, filter through your spine. Notice how that feels as you bring it into your spine, into your body. And now bring your hands to your heart space as you come to some sense of stillness. Maybe you're still rocking, swaying. Just drawing length through your spine, hands on your heart. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. 2 more, just like that. Breathing in through your nose. Breathing out through your mouth. 1 last one. And this time as you breathe out, start to tap your body. Start to tap your body with light taps along your arms, along your collarbones, your heart space. You can even tap in a formation of a heart around your heart space. You can tap your arms lightly, tap your legs, bringing all that light and that wisdom that you received and anchoring it into your physical body by touching your body. Tracing up the center of your body and over your shoulder down to 1 finger, and up the center of your body over the other shoulder to 1 index finger. Do that again. Up the center of your body over 1 shoulder all the way down to the index finger. Pull that energy off the index finger, and tracing up your body over the other shoulder down to the index finger. Pull the energy off the index finger. Now shake the hands. Breathe. Start to crack the eyes open gently on the ground first or into your lap. And then open your eyes. Start to circle your hands up from your heart, out into your auric field, and around into your lap. Yes, maybe a smile starts to appear on your face. All the way around. One more. Three's a charm. Give yourself a hug. Ooh, arrive back in the space. And now notice you're in the seat that you began in. And when we began, we were scanning the body. Scan your body now. How does it feel now? Your areas of softness, your areas that were different. What can you notice now that is different, and what has become available to you? And now tune in, check in with your ras, that prism at the base of your skull, the brain stem. What color is it now? How is the texture? How has it changed? What is different and what has become available to you? And now from this place, notice that if you were to go and create something from this place, this feeling, this journey that we've been on, we've taken the heart and the brain into coherence. The whole body is present and grounded. We're in harmonic resonance with 5D consciousness of unity, of heart, of love, of truth. From this place, what is the wisdom you can ground in? What is the difference between showing up in your life from this feeling, this sense that you've created, compared to when you first came onto the call, how you were feeling then? Is there a difference? And if so, how? And if there's anything that you wish to keep as wisdom, you're welcome to journal that, to take it to your journal, to write it down, to remember. And so it is from the fullness of my true radiant heart that I thank you for sharing this time with me, that your energy, your presence, this moment in time where we have created such powerful shifts just by being who we are and emanating our soul frequency in the highest forms, working with the highest light. And we are beautiful pillars of illumination. And this to me is focused illumination, when we can take this higher frequency light that we've created and work with it in a powerful, positive way. And that filters into the pillar of heart coherence, where when we create from this space, being who we truly came here to be, we are so much more powerful. And yeah, I want to leave you with that sentiment of this power that is you. And that is rooted in humility, into the grids of the earth in the most beautiful, humble way, when we're of service to our Gaia in this way. So thank you. Thank you for sharing this space with me. I'm going to hand back to Nicola, and maybe there's an opportunity to share, or maybe we're out of time. I'm not sure. So thank you so much, beautiful ones. We are complete.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. That was, yes, just incredibly powerful. And yeah, we have space to share, and then we can complete out after that. So
Okay.
yeah, I just had, yeah, so many shifts and beautiful layers of connection with those infinity loops linking and cascading down the body and feeling that, yeah, that gentle, gradual breath up and down the body and then dropping down again. And then the horizontal one just kind of anchoring the axis of the heart before dropping down even more. Felt really powerful to connect into. And yeah, that aspect of like the connecting it, that big loop, that's a massive infinity loop down into the heart, like of Gaia and the central, the center of the earth to stretch our consciousness, that far. And in these practices, we say, stretch your consciousness to the top of the universe and stretch down to the heart of Gaia and, those practices. But just the loop just hadn't added another aspect of feeling a deeper connection into that cradling of the heart as well, like, and feeling that energy loop under. And yeah, I got received a beautiful gift of an emerald heart, a stone, and then I saw it just like ripple out around the whole globe. Like there's like these little emerald hearts, like seeds everywhere, just under the surface of the earth, waiting for people to drop down and connect into their emerald heart that is in the earth, and that all those points are just like ready to burst up and up like a seed wanting to grow into the light. And so that light that we're giving the emerald heart of Mother Gaia is helping that energy grow up and out. So I felt that, yeah, that shift, which was beautiful. Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like being ignited to the crystal kingdom in that way is so
Yes.
powerful and
Yeah.
so accessible.
Yes.
And the infinity loops, I just want to share that it's so beautiful that you felt that because the intention of the infinity loops was to integrate our own feminine and masculine so that we could be that wholeness going in and doing this work.
Mm.
And that's where we truly are powerful. And that's the potent ability of working with the infinity loop is that when we can integrate ourselves and
Mm.
we have that safety to be who we are,
Mm.
we can be amazing light workers for
Mm.
this planet and for each other. Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful. I love the connection to the Raz. Activating
Yeah.
my Raz, my
Yeah.
Raz vision.
I love that. It's
Yeah.
so funny. I was having a conversation with a friend and she was like, "Hey, what are you up to?" And I said, "Oh, just working on my miracle frequency, grounding, activating my RAS." All these things. It's just natural for us, Like she's
Yes.
like, "Oh yeah, just, like brushing your teeth, working, activating your miracle frequency." I'm like, "Yeah,
Mm.
that's how
Yeah,
we roll."
totally. Totally. It's so
Yeah.
cool. And I felt like the prism was like a projector, which it is, but like I saw it like a movie projector. Like when it's at the back, that's when it's projecting. When you bring it forward, that's when you can change out, when they change the movie in a projector, they would, it would open and then you'd put a new movie or a new reel in and then you'd click it back into place and then you'd be able to watch the movie again. So it felt like when we were bringing it forward, that's when you can load in, like that's, when it was forward is when we were loading in our intention and our vision, and then it kind of like locked back into place so that then the prism can project out through our eyes and out. So this prism just grows as far as your vision grows, right? So if you're looking at your room, like my prism is that big, but if I'm standing on the top of a hill looking at a massive vista, my prism goes massive, massive as far as you can see, right? Massive. So yeah, if I got that locking and that shifting was really cool to bring in. So thank you.
Yeah, and like don't underestimate the power of these practices because
Yes.
what we've shifted here is how your nervous system perceives your environment and is then filtered, because the systems are always receiving information,
Mm,
sounds that we're not even aware of, but your systems are aware of. So we're always vigilant, we're always taking in. And
mm,
so, expanding that, and expanding it in a positive way, like you said,
mm,
like whatever you're changing it to, like we've attuned to a new rhythm,
mm,
but we're literally now attuning to possibilities and opportunities that weren't available to us. So it's really important to work with it in a powerful, positive way, because now your system is that wide prism taking in information that's relevant.
mm,
And the relevance is that it's trying to keep you safe. So if we've already done the inner work around safety, and we're now the transmitter for what we want in our lives, as in the positive aspects of beauty, of abundance, of whatever you're working with,
mm.
like this is now available, and it's a powerful shift. So very exciting.
Very, very exciting. So
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
yeah, Alexandra or Michael, if you'd like to share, of course, you're welcome to come off mute. And if you're able to pop on camera, if you want to, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a couple questions just on terminology. The first question is, what do you mean by global grid? Like, I'm familiar with the Earth's ley lines
Mhm.
across the planet's surface, but is the global grid similar to that, or do you have a different definition for it?
Thank you,
Yeah,
Michael.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Fro-
get
Yeah. From my perspective, the grids are very similar to the ley lines, but they're also like layers of frequency, let's say, that we can access. So when I talk about golden grids, the color gold itself has a specific frequency and will hold certain properties that will become available to us. So if you imagine them as energetic ley lines that have a very specific purpose around holding a specific frequency. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so the visualization is on the surface of the Earth, or are they through the Earth, or is it
It
kind
can
of like
be
three-dimensional?
it can be it can be three-dimensional, like all the way through, all the way across, above
Okay,
and below, and on either
okay,
side. Yes.
okay. And the other question was on the loop from through the Earth down
Ye-
to, I think you said the Earth star.
Yes.
You mean our sun here in our solar system, or is the Earth star something different?
The Earth star is related to the chakra system, the 13 chakra system. So we always talk about the seven, which is from the root to the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. But then there's more, and the Earth star is actually a chakra, or a energy center just below the Earth's surface, like about 3 meters below. And that Earth star is very specific to each person, because your soul signature frequency, the energy that you are, and the soul that you have, connects to your Earth star to help you to stay anchored to this Earth. Because we've come to this planet, that's what helps us to stay here and be connected to what's happening on planet Earth. So we each have an Earth star portal, which is the very first energy center or chakra point of your 13 chakra system, which ultimately connects us to Earth and the cosmos.
Okay.
Yep. So I don't know if you have more to add, Nicola, to those 2 points.
yeah. I like to imagine the that definitely the light grid permeates into all the layers. So that light, we're imagining it rippling across the surface, but then we're going down into the deeper layers because, we have all of those layers in time that ripple through through the structure of the earth. Um, and then I like to imagine, the light grid is, for example, Karina and I, we have a little light grid that connects us because we've worked together and we've been in containers together. And so we have a light grid with the people that we know. And then there's this beautiful light grid that anchors these sacred spaces on earth. So Egypt connects into these other, places, Teotihuacan, all the places um, in Mesoamerica area probably all have a light grid that connects them all through there and through South America, all those places. So I feel like that light grid is the intentionality that we can when we visualize something happening like that. We're gridding our home. We can create a light grid for our home. We can anchor a light grid with our crystals and our intention for our own space, which Karina has taught me about. And so it's intentionality and visualization, and then those ley lines are really powerful aspects to connect into as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, for our mental mind to have something to grasp, do you create altars at home, Michael? Like, do you ever put like light a candle and put a crystal and a flower or something together? Do you ever do that?
No, I don't really have any altars, but I do use candles occasionally.
Okay, so just your intention of lighting a candle is you creating a grid so that between you and that candle, you've created some kind of um, energetic space with an intention to hold that energetic space. Now you would see, some people would have a candle, maybe a crystal, a feather, a glass of water, and a flower. That is an altar. An altar is a physical representation of a grid. So in space, dimensions, and realities, we create grids that have intention and that hold us through that intention. So today, the golden grids were meant to hold us with the purity and the prosperity of the color gold, and it would have felt a certain way in your body. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah, I would have to say, actually, I've got altars all over my house now that you describe it or defined it.
Yes,
Like I have seeds, from various types of trees, like in
yes.
painting on the walls, and I have seeds like all over my place.
There you go. So you've gridded your place
Yeah,
with
well,
seeds and trees, and because there's an intention that you've done that with, and
yeah,
it invokes a certain feeling and a certain frequency that you can create from.
yeah, and also the seeds sort of symbolize the potential. Like
Yeah,
the seed has this tiny little thing has so much potential to grow into like these enormous trees, right? And it's just
exactly.
like it's kind of a representation of that.
Yes, beautiful. And you can take that further and put more intention with it and really intentionally with light visualize how these trees are going to grow and how they're going to support you and what they're going to become and what becomes available. And so you're gridding with the potential desired outcomes. And then this grid holds you in that intention.
Cool.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, one other thing I just wanted to mention, I really have trouble with meditation, and just because my mind tends just very scattered, and it's very hard for me to focus through like a guided meditation. But it was very interesting feeling near towards the end, this almost like incredible pressure from the below my feet down into the earth. It was a very interesting experience.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, that's just an immense amount of light coming through your body. and
Yes.
wanting to ground. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing.
Amazing. Thank you, Michael. And Alexandra, if you are available, if you wanted to share anything.
Yeah.
Ah.
Hello. Ah, what a journey. And I love the questions you asked, Michael, and just the extra clarity that's come through with Kareena and Nicola's replies. And yeah, just feeling the intentionality, even in the space that I'm in now, of like, oh, I just set up an altar space, and really made it more intentional yesterday for the first time. And like, it feels just so different, the energy I've created here. And like, this is more my workspace and that flow of creativity to come through. And it's, yeah, just really potent. But during the journey, like the rain just started, like, and it's got heavier and heavier now. And yeah, just feeling like, yeah, that full connection to Gaia was beautiful to like give back in that way as well. Like, yeah, yeah, that felt really beautiful to do that. And I want to bring that more into my like meditation and prayer practice, to do that more often, and grid and in those, humanity. It was, yeah, it was interesting when you're like, Kareena, you said like, is there like parts of the world you can feel? And for some reason Brazil came through really strongly for me. I'm like, I've never felt a desire. I've felt a desire to go to South America, but Brazil, I don't know. And then it was like something to do with the trees and cutting down of the trees, and the fact that they are receivers of the light and it needs more light there. I don't know. And then I'm like, okay, I need to go Google, is there like deforestation a lot happening at the moment? But that came through really strongly as like sending lots of light to Brazil. And yeah, definitely like the southern, even like the South Island here in New Zealand as well. For some reason, it's like bring the light there, bring the light there. Yeah, it was yeah, the changes of that reticular, the RAS, I'll go to the RAS. Yeah, I loved having that through. And then when you shared, Nicola, of that, more of like, yeah, seeing it like a projector, that was so cool to visualize it even in that way as well. And the color changes, like mine ended up rainbow, just like, yeah, iridescent rainbow coming out. And that word safety, when you said connect in at the end of what's the difference as you connect into that 5D, and it definitely was that sense of safety. That word hit home deeply. Definitely safety, and definitely just that expansiveness, that openness is there. It's like we're safe to be open, and expansive, and yes, abundance, like calling that in, like just noticing it more, the gold. Yeah, so thank you, both of you. Like, I'm so glad I got to join and be a part of it. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for sharing about Brazil and the trees. And this is how we can be of service, by literally sending our light to those countries, areas that we are shown. This is how we work with Gaia. And she will tell us, I need your light there, because we're so specific. And I love the simplicity of just sharing that, because we often think, or I often think, I'm only one person. I get overwhelmed by everything that's around. Like, how could I possibly make a difference? Like that. Your light is so precious. Your energy is your currency. By taking 5 minutes a day and sharing it with wherever Gaia needs it, that's powerful. Nicola's setting up this global light activation for Gaia, powerful. 1 hour a month, where she gets to totally receive, is beautiful. And then if we all go away and do our homework and just take 5 minutes a day and give back, give our light to raising the awareness, raising the consciousness, this is us doing the work. So it doesn't need to be anything bigger than that. Some of us will be called to do the humanitarian work and go on bigger missions. And, some of us, by just sharing our soul frequency, that is what is needed. For example, when I just came from Greece, was called to Greece recently, I was in one part of Greece and I wanted to travel to another part of Greece. And I was going to not go because my human mind started to come in with, it's on the other side, it's too far, it's an 8-hour ferry, it's 5 hours to get to the ferry. And I started formulating all of the how difficult it was going to be. And then one of my friends came in and said, well, if you go there, then in the meantime, this other thing will open up in Italy. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. And it was her, just by her giving me like what was happening in the future, gave me the permission to go there. But what my soul was orchestrating was that I had to be there, but I wasn't going to go if I was told I had to go. I needed to go. And when I got there, I realized why I was being called there. And it was my feminine energy that was required in 2 of the sites to open up the portals for the sacred feminine. So my soul was taking me on a mission, but it was because of the Italy piece that I was like, okay, because I needed to be somewhere for 2 weeks before going to Italy. And my human logically did a timeline, but my soul knew I had to be there to open portals. But if you'd have told me I was going there on a portal mission, I never would have known that. I just trusted and went, and then it all dropped in and became clear. So we don't necessarily physically have to be there, but we just need to know that we will be guided energetically, or your soul knows where you need to be, and we're enough. We don't, so that was one way my soul got me to a place where I needed to unlock some portals. But I can also spend 5 minutes in meditation giving my soul signature frequency light to the planet. So thank you. This is powerful work, reaching far and wide. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for being present here for me on this call, Kareena. So beautiful to experience you again and your offerings and everything you bring forward. So how can people find you and work with you, and what have you got coming up? And yeah, I'd love to for you to share.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So I'm very blessed to be able to travel with my work. I'm traveling around the globe to activate light through a form of embodiment. So I like to move my body, and I like to guide people through this movement as well. So how to work with me is I'm always on Instagram with where I am and how to connect with me. So you can find me on Instagram, Kareena Heart. And what I'm currently offering is one-to-one quantum healing sessions over Zoom, or in person, whatever country I'm in person embodiment packages. So you can spend time with me over a journey of, say, 8 sessions or 13 sessions. So that's when I'm in person. But on Zoom, I'm happy to also quantum healing is like a 2-hour session where we work with your subconscious mind to get a desired outcome. But I can also absolutely work with embodiment sessions online as well. So if any of this appeals to you, it's basically the work I do is balancing your inner masculine and feminine. It's embodiment practices. It's working with the heart-brain connection. And it's for the purpose of our own well-being, of knowing who you truly are in your wellness, in your wholesomeness, and being able to hold that and being able to maintain that yourself without outsourcing it to anyone else. So that is a little bit about my mission, and I'm so grateful to be here today to share a little bit about me and what I do around the world. And yeah, if you want to find out more, I am Kareena Heart on Instagram, spelt just like the heart in your chest. Or, you can reach out with a personal message through Nicola if you really want to get hold of me and you're not on social media. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I'll put all the links in the show notes to connect with Kareena and a bit about her as well. And yeah, so beautiful to have you here, Kareena. Thank you. And thank you, Alexandra and Michael, for being present and for your shares and questions and the visions that came through. So yeah, really potent. And if you are connecting on YouTube in the replay and yeah, just dropping in the comments what came up for you and any questions you might have for Kareena in the comments, and I can yeah, observe those as they come through and direct Kareena to have a look at them if anything comes through for her to respond to as well. So yeah. All right, feeling completion of our journey today and our connection. And yeah, always beautiful and wonderful to connect in with you. And I have had my flame here, anchoring the light in that as well. Yeah, beautiful. It looks like a emerald heart. Yeah, beautiful. All right. Signing off. Thank you, everyone.